Ice Spice said about Nicki Minaj. She called her ungrateful and jealous. Now, this is kind of a wild thing to say considering that Nicki gave Ice Spice a huge boost in her career. She co-signed her. She did 2 songs with her, one called Princess Diana and Barbie World. But they had some business issues behind the scenes, and there was a bit of tension between Ice Spice's manager, James Rosman, and Nicki and her manager. And so Baby Storm started to ask about their meeting. She said, "How did the call end yesterday? On a good note?" Ice Spice said, "Open-ended. But then James called me with Nicki's old manager of 11 years, and he said she was being unfair, asking for too much, which was what everyone's been telling me, but it's hard to negotiate with her because she doesn't let people talk like lawyers or James, etc." Baby Storm said, "Just woke up. That's just so annoying, bro. Does she not realize she's asking for too much?" And Ice Spice said, "No, she doesn't think so at all." Then Baby Storm said, "So frustrating. Do you think you guys will be able to come to a compromise?" She said, "Hopefully, but we're about to put out another record in June for the Barbie soundtrack, which is an opportunity I brought her because Barbie asked me to do it alone. But since that's her brand, I invited her on, and she doesn't even see that as me bringing her something. She's kind of like my mom, ungrateful and delusional. I cut her off, by the way, not speaking to her till January." And then Baby Storm said, "OMG, how does she not realize that? It's not like they initially asked her to do it. That's the thing people always say about her. She'll always think she's doing you a favor." I mean, technically she is doing her a favor because she is the bigger artist. She's Nicki Minaj, but whatever. Baby Storm also said, "Did she do more, or do you just feel like that's what's best?" Ice Spice said, "No, it's that plus she wants publishing from all my songs, including third-party writing competitions. So anything I write for other people or any songs I get on, mind you, I had a Taylor Swift collab before the Nicki one." Now, this is some interesting tea, and it kind of makes me wonder if maybe there were some negotiations for Ice Spice to sign to Nicki's label Heavy on It, because why would Nicki ask for a cut of Ice Spice's publishing if that were not the case? I think maybe they were trying to negotiate on something, but Ice Spice saw it as a bad deal because it is a bad deal. Ice Spice already had a deal with 10K Records, and she was able to walk away with her publishing and her masters. And this is something that her manager James revealed to Billboard. So because she already owns her publishing and masters and makes a lot of money off of her writing and the recordings, it wouldn't be in her best interest to sign to another label that's going to take a cut of that. But when it comes to the collaborations with Nicki, I definitely think Nicki has a right to make some demands that work in her favor, because at the end of the day, she's doing more for an artist when she collaborates with them than they are doing for her, especially for a female artist. A lot of these female rap artists know that in order to gain motion quickly, they need that Nicki cosign, and Nicki knows this as well, which is why she wants to financially benefit from the situation. She used to do features for free just off of the strength of whatever relationship she had with that person, but she was tired of being used, and her former stylist Khalil said that now Nicki gives an artist the option to pay money for a feature and a video, or they could sign to her label Heavy on It so she could recoup. And this kind of confirms what I suspected. I do think Ice Spice was in the talks to sign to Heavy on It in exchange for these collaborations. And even though the deal was not ideal for Ice Spice, she actually was agreeing to sign anyway. Khalil said the fact that y'all are making this about her not signing and not about her agreeing to sign and taking 2 features and 2 videos, she could have simply said no. Why not? She still hasn't said no. LMAO, just ran off. So it sounds like Nicki didn't get compensated in the way that she wanted to from those 2 features she did with Ice Spice. Now I want to get back to the topic. This is what Baby Storm said in response to Ice Spice. She said, "Is the Taylor collab coming out? And yes, I know. I mean, did your mom do more annoying stuff, or do you just feel like a break was necessary? Also, bro, now that I'm thinking about it, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I think we're forgetting that when Nicki was coming up, the deals people were getting at the time, early 2000s, weren't artist friendly at all. Literally not until recently. So to us, she's asking for too much. but because she probably is used to seeing labels take more, she feels like it's more than fair. It's not right, but she's much older, which is why she feels that way. Not right at all though. And Ice Spice said, and that's basically what she's saying, because she keeps saying, oh, when Wayne was signing me, I didn't question blah blah, but me and her are in different places in our career when that happened. I'm like already signed, so why would I work backwards? And nah, it's just necessary. Like, she gaslights me too much. I gotta love her from a distance for my mental health. And Baby Storm said, this is the best way I can describe it. Nicki is like those people who believe that kids today shouldn't get student loan forgiveness because they had to pay for it back when they went. And Ice Spice said, but mind you, we wanted to pay Nicki. And Baby Storm said, if that makes sense. Ice Spice then said, her artist fee, yes, 100%. I think she's jealous that I own all my masters because she says, James, you think you the man and think you so cool in the interview. I don't know why she mentioned that. And James was the one who said I own my masters in that Billboard interview. It's given jealous 100%. It's actually sad. She's showing it so much, like my mom wanting to rap. Hoo-wee. So a lot was revealed here. Ice Spice said that Nicki is jealous, she's ungrateful, she's delusional, she's like her mom. I kind of want to know the tea between Ice Spice and her mom, because her mom's trying to rap too. That's crazy. But I do think it's interesting that this whole conversation happened before the Barbie World collaboration. Now, Armand Wiggins did say that there was some tension on the set of Barbie World. Apparently, Nicki went off on Ice Spice's team, allegedly, and so things got really heated between them. But I do think it's a little messed up that Ice Spice was talking about Nicki like that behind the scenes. I mean, I understand her frustrations, and I also feel like the managers were creating discord between them. Anytime the money and the business gets funny, it will affect the personal relationship. So I do understand why Ice Spice felt frustrated. But at the same time, this woman gave you 2 collaborations. She co-signed you. She opened up the door for her fan base to give you all of this support. She took time out of her schedule to film 2 videos with you. And she even gifted you her winter coat, according to Khalil. And she did all of this all for you to call her jealous and ungrateful? It's just kind of crazy, and it comes to show you why Nicki acts the way she does towards these female rappers. And this is not to say that Nicki is perfect, because she's not. I mean, her personality definitely can be a turnoff to some people at times, but at the same time, people are using her. They literally are using her. They're only reaching out to her for collaborations because they see how it will benefit them. And this is the reason why Ice Spice reached out to Nicki for the Barbie collaboration. She wanted another moment. So she was acting like she was doing Nicki this big favor, but really she was doing this for her own benefit. And Nicki didn't need Ice Spice to be a part of this soundtrack either. She was specifically sought out by the producers of the soundtrack and even the writer of the movie. They were presenting several songs to her to be a part of it, but she ended up agreeing to do it with Ice Spice because she just liked the concept and the idea of flipping that original song into a hip-hop song. And Ice Spice got Nicki on it to make the song even bigger. So Ice Spice was very clever with how she did everything. However, she ended up overplaying her hand, and now she kind of looks like a user. I really wish Ice Spice didn't piss off Baby Storm, because we would have never known about this.